The Labour Party and its MPs have faced increasing scrutiny over their refusal to launch a new investigation into the grooming gangs that have plagued the UK for years. Keir Starmer has repeatedly deflected responsibility, placing the blame squarely on the Tories, but his handling of the issue has done little to calm growing frustration. Recently, Education Secretary Bridget Phillipson echoed this defence, once again blaming the Tories and attempting to protect her own government from accountability. In today's video, we'll take a closer look at how Labour's response to this serious matter has been nothing short of disappointing. The question on everyone's mind is, why won't they act? Is this just another case of political evasion? Or is there something more behind the delay? Stay tuned as we break down the facts and reveal the full extent of this ongoing scandal. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on this important issue.
First of all, I did want to ask you about this national inquiry that the Tories will be calling for today, as they have been doing so for the past few days. Why would you reject a national inquiry into Oldham specifically when Jess Phillips admitted last night that she hasn't even met the victims in Oldham?
I'll respond directly to that point, but just to say that the measures that we're setting out today are directly relevant here. The legislation that we're setting out, it's about how we protect children and keep them safe. It's the single biggest shift in child protection legislation in a generation, so that's right at the heart of everything that we're doing as a government. Where it comes to a national inquiry, we had a national inquiry. The Conservatives launched that. It took 7 years, over £100 million, came out with many recommendations. What we need is action. That's what the chair of that investigation has called for. That's what we are determined to deliver, and that's why the measures that we're setting out today are all about keeping children safe. This is nothing short of political opportunism from the Conservatives. If they had their way, if what they've set out today were to happen, then all of the measures in this legislation to keep children safe would be stopped stone dead and will be blocked. I think that is utterly disgusting.
There is nothing to stop you, though, from implementing the recommendations from the ICSA report, which you've already started to do. Yvette Cooper laid that out in the past few days, but also to have a full national inquiry. The ICSA report only looked at 6 areas, and GB News has been highlighting we're looking at 50, potentially even 60 areas where this horrific abuse of young girls was taking place. Why would you not want to expose that, and why would you not want those perpetrators to be held to justice?
The abuse was absolutely sickening and shamed our country, and that's why we are setting out legislation today to do everything we possibly can within our power to keep children safe. It's why, as you just mentioned, the Home Secretary has set out further legislation that we will bring in to make sure that where people know abuse is going on, they have a requirement to report it, or if they cover it up, they will face the full force of the law. I want to see people that commit these most sickening crimes against children and young women locked up for a serious amount of time and face the full force of the law. That's why what's needed here is not another investigation, not another national inquiry, it's action to keep children safe. The Conservatives launched that national inquiry back in 2015. We backed them, we said it was the right thing to do. It came back with a number of serious recommendations, and what did the Conservatives do? After 2022, when that inquiry came back with the recommendations, they did absolutely nothing, and some of the same people that are now coming out and saying what we need is another inquiry were ministers in that government, in the Home Office, who did absolutely nothing to keep children safe. They are a shameless bunch of bandwagon jumpers, and we should take action to protect children. That is what I am doing.